Hi Pisces, welcome. This is Taurus Tarot. I'm Joy, and we are doing a reading for the month of May for Pisces. Just checking in to see what the energy for May is going to be like. Just remember too though that this is a general reading, so this is kind of like getting like the big picture, and the intensity of anything that comes up is going to be variable from person to person. It's going to be very varied from person to person, right? So somebody, say heartbreak comes up, somebody could be experiencing that in a really intense way, while somebody could be experiencing, another Pisces could be experiencing it in a more mellow way. So just keep that in mind as you participate in this video, and listen to what the energies are that come up. Just remember that sometimes that energy can happen for you in a very subtle way, or it can happen for you in a very intense way. Okay, so with that being said, what I was really feeling, the word that was coming up over and over was innovation. It just kind of kept coming up and up, and coming up over and over again. Innovation. So and you are the last sign that I am doing for the month of May. I was kind of holding out a little bit, waiting till the end for you, because I was just feeling something a little bit different. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see what else comes up. Yeah, some pretty heavy cards. Wow. Yeah, so we've got the Moon, we have got the Three of Swords, and we have got High Priestess, and we have got Hermit. Okay, yeah, so you look at this, and innovation is not necessarily the first thing that comes to mind, yet I still am really feeling that for you, and perhaps it is what is going to come out of this. Yeah, so perhaps you are feeling some kind of heartbreak, maybe a breakup, maybe a fight, maybe a termination of a job, maybe you feel like somebody did you wrong or backstabbed you. I just heard maybe those things are coming up for you, and I think it really is a trigger for you to go inside, go within, explore why you're having those particular feelings, kind of like analyze the situation a little bit, but then you kind of like move out of that analytical brain, and you go more into feeling from a soul level, right? Like, what is my soul really telling me about this? Like, I can analyze, but you have to remember your analytical thought is really coming from your conditioned framework, right? So it's coming from the framework of societal conditioning, family conditioning, all of that stuff. And so it's really important to be able to recognize when certain feelings are coming from that, or information is coming from that analytical thought, and when information is really coming from a deeper soul level, like when you're really going in, you're getting into the subconscious, you are really exploring layers of self that kind of allow you to kind of peel away like an onion, right? The different layers of skin, peel away all of those outside things like conditioning, and really get to the heart of the matter. What is the heart? The heart of the matter. Yeah, what is it that is really causing this feeling of heartbreak or betrayal, or whatever it is for you. And that, that's exactly what this is together. I mean, these are both cards of intuition and subconscious, and kind of that deeper level, right? That heart of it, that soul, the heart and soul of something. These cards are really asking you to go there, and to really see things from a different perspective that has moved beyond any analytical thought, and really into soul self and connection with source, and kind of looking at all of that there. Yeah, those deep places. And it's hard to go there sometimes, because you have to be willing to be vulnerable with self. You have to be willing to be honest with yourself. Like, you have to be willing to admit, like, wow, yeah, man, I am really holding on to a lot of guilt over this issue. I didn't realize it, but I've been beating myself up about this. I haven't been able to let it go. And if you have things like that, they're operating there in the background. They're like your operating system, right? And they're affecting everything you do. It's affecting the way you're engaging with life. That guilt, or whatever that feeling is that you're holding on, that is holding on to, that is kind of like working in the background. So that's why it's really important to go and explore those deep areas and understand them. And if you need help, ask source to give you guidance, to help you tune in, and the help will be available to you. You just have to ask for it, and then be open to receive it. Okay. And gosh, it's almost like these three cards are really all of the same thing, asking you really to go deep within, do some soul searching, find your soul self, understand who that soul self is, and then be able to emerge from all of that with a willingness and ability, able and willingness to act in your authentic self. And from that, I really feel that's where the innovation is going to come in. And actually, I'm gonna pull a few more cards just to get a little bit of clarification. But I strongly feel this innovation. There we go. I mean, moving out of this, like this not, or going through this process, not necessarily moving out of this, but going through this process is really going to bring you to a place that is, much more aware of self, and has much more love for self. So yeah, definitely, and move out of this heartbreak, move away from that heartbreak. I'm gonna get another card just to see, because I want some more information about this innovation that is like, it's definitely coming up as there, but I'm not getting a clear read of it in the cards. So let's see, what is this innovation that I'm feeling? Innovation that I'm feeling. What's this innovation? Okay. So what we have here is balance, and I just heard willingness to make things work. Yeah, willingness to make things work, and that definitely, that is the energy of this card as well. Because when you are balancing things, you definitely have to be in a space of wanting to balance it, right? Of being willing to balance things out, to make things work. Not just willing to say like, that one, throw it to the side. I'm just gonna stick with this one thing because it's easy, right? This is like more of like, you know, making it all come together and fit nicely. But how do you do that? You have to do that through innovation. And so something like, you know, for example, you know, the whole COVID experience, right? It's, you know, it's really disrupting things, or our way of life that we've always kind of just sort of took for granted, right? And we are really in this space where we do really have to be innovative. We have to be innovative because things don't work in the same way that we've always been used to. And so we need to innovate, we need to change, we need to make it better. But also it really needs to come from a place of love, right? Self-love, of course, but that all self-love translates to other love, right? To other than self-love as well. Okay, Pisces, that is the message for you. There's some definitely deep work that you're doing. And just like I just heard that keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, because this is not always an easy place to be, but it is an extremely important place to be, because where it brings you is here. Yeah, it moves you away from these, you know, these feelings of heartbreak, of loss, of betrayal, and moves you into, you know, feelings of love and fullness and being fulfilled, and just knowing that you are of source, you are source. Yeah. Yeah, so but you have to, I suppose, you know, find ways to really embody that new space that you know you want to be in, and that we're moving towards. Okay. You're the perfect person for it, Pisces, really, because I've always felt you as somebody who was very balanced, so much so that sometimes you may find yourself in the background a little bit, for whatever that means for some of you. It's almost as if there's like, you know, so you deal with issues so well, you find balance so well that it doesn't turn into any kinds of real big dramas for you, and thus you're always kind of like, you know, never, like, not really in the spotlight, because you don't have a lot of drama to be in the spotlight, right? You know, like sometimes for some people drama is super interesting, you know, some people really want that drama in their life and they're drawn to it. And yeah, but you're definitely finding more balance. Okay, interesting read. I'm curious to see what the next month holds in store for you. Yeah, I'm very curious to see about that. Okay, anyway, take care, Pisces. I love you. Aloha and namaste.